Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to have a lesson, and this is one of the standards of mathematical practice. This is make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. Well, wow, that is a really big word there, isn't it? That word right here, persevere. So let's think about what that might mean. What do you think that might mean? Okay, well, I'm going to use it in a sentence here. I was trying to learn how to swim, and it was really hard, but I just kept practicing until I got it. So what do you think that means? That's right. Do not give up. And sometimes in math, that can be really hard because math sometimes can be hard. And do you know what? When things are hard in math, it means that our brain is growing and we're getting smarter. So, what do we do to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them? Well, we are going to be doing some problems this week, and you've already done like a fish problem, and we did a cookie problem, and then we did some counting with buttons. What is it that we used? That's right. We used math tools. So if we're trying to solve a problem and not give up, we can use math tools. So that might help us for sure not to give up. And I'm thinking like it might also be good to talk about the problem. You can talk about it. Now, if you're digital learning, that can be hard sometimes because you might not be on a Zoom call with your teacher and be able to ask your classmates. So who else might you ask? Well, you might have like a brother or a sister. And you also might have like a parent or a grandparent to ask. So just talking through things with other people. And you know what? I might not have a manipulative. So guess what I can do? I could draw things. So if I'm counting, I could draw just circles. Or I could make me a chart so that I could count. So I could make myself a 10 frame, right? So that I could count. And so you can draw things. So that definitely helps us make more sense of problems. So if you're really frustrated too, another thing that would help is just to take a brain break. Now, does that mean that you give up and you say, you know what, this is just too hard, I don't want to do math anymore? No, we can't do that because we have to grow our brains. So what you can do is like set a timer and say, you know what, I need a 5-minute break. And this has to be okay with your parents too. But just take a break and then come back to it. So the big thing here is not to give up. So boys and girls, today when you're doing the value of your name, do not give up. Just keep going. We're going to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them as we're doing our digital learning.